The UVM women's soccer season is already underway as the Cats hope to bounce back from last year.
Yeah, an injury-riddled campaign 12 months ago forced a lot of younger players into big roles right away. But this year, with some big names back and healthy, the Catamounts are hungry to get back on top.
The 2022 season for the UVM women's soccer team wasn't the title defense the Cats had hoped for, finishing with a 4-9-3 record, with 6 of those 9 losses coming by a single goal. They're carrying last year's results into this year as a chip on their shoulder, but not one that they're letting weigh them down.
Coming off a championship, you're like, their mentality is, I want that again, I want to feel that again, I want to earn that again, and then have a year like last year where so many close games and tight losses, that is just a different style of motivation that they really attacked really all spring.
You learn your lessons, you don't think too much about the past, you kind of move on and take what you learned from those games and use it to your advantage in the next seasons. I also think, just like I said earlier, with all that experience that players got, you never forget losing on your home field. You never forget the way fans heckled you. Like, all of those little moments, I think, add an extra layer of passion, an extra layer of wanting to win.
Alyssa Oviedo led the 2021 Catamounts in goals scored, but missed all but 4 games a year ago due to injury. But she's back on the field and says this summer felt a little bit like 2 summers ago.
I'm getting some deja vu from the championship team of, this team is we're all on the same page. We've all got the same mission, and we're all just working hard and putting our heads down and grinding and getting ready to win that championship.
The Cats took a trip to Jay Peak and Stowe over the offseason, and goalkeeper Aaron Murphy said that trip was a big step in their team coming closer together.
When we were at Jay Peak and we saw that we were picked, I think 7th it was the same exact what they were picked the year they won. So I think that, and even when we were running our fitness tests, we were all yelling at each other, remember how it felt at NJIT? That feeling, was not good. And I think, everyone that returned could pinpoint how they felt in that moment. Just knowing how that felt, I think that's, enough motivation, but I also think, it's never bad to have a chip on your shoulder.
Whether it's players like Oviedo having to take in the game from an unfamiliar angle on the sidelines, or first years and sophomores taking on big roles early in their careers, the Cats are hoping those growing pains from a year ago can take them back to the top this fall.
We really challenged them in the off-season to sort of get uncomfortable, both in tough conversations and then in physically uncomfortable moments, whether it's the weight room or on the field and in their training, and just kind of challenge them that we're not going to grow unless we kind of understand that that's going to be there and we attack it.
It's going to be a lot of hard work. I think last year we came in losing a bunch of players in my class, players that played a lot of time. They helped contribute to this championship, and I think losing Francis last year early in the season to injury, losing me early to injury, it kind of was a little bit of a hit for our team with that lack of experience. But I'm really excited to see what the girls accomplish now and what we can accomplish together, just because now they all have, that experience.